place is better to be on a warm summer afternoon than this place right here. A bright, sunshiny day here at the ballpark. Just a Chamber of Commerce afternoon.
Spring sprints towards summer. A promise well kept. Summer has swagger. Summer is loud. 'Cause in the summer, we're free. And in the summer, we play. Summer is for the kids. And the kids at heart. Days get longer. Nights get warmer. But who cares about time? In the summer, we're free. And in the summer, we play. In the summer, we celebrate. This game, this season, they belong to us. Along with the wish that this year, maybe summer, can last forever.
Hey guys, this is all streamed out with another episode of MLB The Show 19, Road to the Show, with our second baseman. And I did not see that intro coming. The new summer intro, I kind of like it. I wonder if they're going to do one for the fall, right around the time that teams are going to be making that push for the playoffs. We'll see. But we're going to do a few things right out front today. We're going to mess with our personality a little bit, and I've already been in here today. One of the things that I did notice is when you call time twice when at bat, I'm supposed to receive a pitch up and in. I don't always, but it's supposed to be up and in. Sometimes it's down and in. But if you take a look at the boosted effects, when it says receive a guaranteed strike up and in, the criteria is outlaw equipped and at least 1/3 team rivalry. So I'm going to be working on those team rivalries and trying to get every team rivalry up to at least 1/3, so that way I can get that whole thing. And we also have the tier 4s for the heart and soul. So there is ice water veins, and that's increased plate vision in all 2 strike counts. And then the boosted effect is significantly increased plate vision in all 2 strike counts. And we just need the beating heart equipped, which it is, and we need 10 bros, which we have 16. So that one will work. The other one is also 10 bros for the boost. The normal perk is increased hitting ability when a runner is on base with 2 outs. And the boosted effect, which we will get, is significantly increased contact when a runner is on base with 2 outs. And that one's called Lifeline. We're going to take Lifeline, because that's something that I really think is going to help us, is the increased contact. So the next one that we're going to work on, I think, is going to be... I think we're going to work for the captain, because we are so close to that one already. And we're going to do home front. And we already have the one for road games. So that will basically increase our contact in both. So let's see. Okay, yep. So let's see what we have on the calendar for today. It looks like we have 3 games against Seattle and 3 games against Tampa Bay, and that will be the homestand. And then we're going to have a big 8-game episode next time, because we have a 8-game road trip. But right now, let's go ahead and get into the games against Seattle and Tampa Bay. And let's do some T-power drills with Matt Davidson, and that will get our power caps up a little bit, which we don't really need right now, but it would be nice just to get those up, and then we don't need to worry. And there's the results. They both raise up to 79, and our relationship with Davidson increases. And he wants 3 home runs over the next 3 games. Let's give it a shot. And our hitting coach, looking for a few hitters who want to get in some extra work while we've got the time. Sounds good. And it's 3,000 for gold, 2,500 for silver, and 1,500 for bronze. And this is the one where they will tell us where the pitch is going to be. Yes, it will only be fastballs, and we have to hit it to the right side of the field. Okay, this one's going to be straight away. Well, we still got 165 for that. Okay, this one is right there. Well, we're still getting points, just not as much as we should. That's a foul. That one was terrible. And this one's going to be straight away. And there we go. That was a big one. Not where we needed it, but still gets us a few points. And that's a foul. We were early on that. Okay. There's the bronze. We missed. Completely missed. That's going to be a home run. That is. That got us quite a bit. Okay, I think this one's our last one, or the next one's our last one. That's our last. We got a bronze. Should have been better. But our power went up and our batting clutch went up. And here we are in our home opener. So we are down by 2 in the bottom of the second. So Seattle has scored a few points on us. Scored a few runs. So this should be up and in, not necessarily a strike. Okay, well, we got on base. And it's a 3-2 count for Harper. And he got us over to second. So we are on second with 1 out. And here's Justin Upton. He has an 0-2 count. And now we have to go all the way back to second. Okay. And here's Greg Bird, the first baseman, hitting .364. He has an 0-1 count. And there we go. We get 1 run back. And he gets a single.
All right, let's go now. Let's go.
And we're now up by 2. There is a runner on third with 1 out. Or with nobody out, actually. That's even better. And we foul that changeup off for strike 1. There's ball 1 on a high fastball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 2-1. It's a high fastball. And we're safe with the double. Look at that. That is our 3rd double on the year already. And here's Miles Harper with nobody out. He has an 0-2 count. Wow, okay. He had an 0-2 count, so he had to swing to protect. I understand. Here's Upton. He has an 0-1 count. I don't want him to swing here. I want to get a stolen base. Nope, I need to go back. I need to go back. I hit the wrong way. Okay. Well, we're still up by 2. And now we're up by 3. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. And that's strike 1 as we swing at an outside slider. There's our 3rd hit of the game. Right down the middle. Definitely improving that batting average. And here's Miles Harper again with a 2-2 count. And we're in. So we got a stolen base on that, and Harper strikes out. And here is Justin Upton, 2 outs. He's got a 3-0 count. And we stole 2 bases in a row. Runners on the corners now. For Greg Bird. Yep, there are 2 outs, so we're just going to keep running. Caught by the second baseman for out number 3. And there we go. Still up by 3, bottom of the 7th, runner on first, and 1 out. That's a pitch out. Nothing happening though. Okay, his changeup looks like that's his pitch right now. Ooh. That was a two-seam. Four-seam right down the middle, and we foul it off. That should have been our pitch right there. There we go, 2-2. And he throws over, and the runner is safe. Ooh. I think that was a curve. So we're 3 for 4 right now. And it is tied, bottom of the 9th. 1 out and a runner on first. So here we go. That was early. I wasn't expecting a pitch that slow. And that's a pop-up. The second baseman's going to catch that for an out. And we have lost. And here is our second game against Seattle. Top of the first with 1 out and a runner on first, and they already have a run. So let's see what they've done so far. Okay, so still only 1, and let's do that and that. There's 2 outs. See, and that's what I don't understand, because it does say up and in. And there's an up and in. So I still don't get it. I don't get why they're not throwing up and in. It doesn't have to be a strike, but it's supposed to be up and in after the 2 timeouts. So it's an 0-2 count now. And there we go. That strikeout's complete. And here's our second chance. So there's 1 timeout. There are 2 timeouts. We should get a pitch up and in. We don't have a 1/3 rivalry yet, so it doesn't have to be a strike, but it should be up and in, and it's not. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Okay. It's an 0-2 count. And that's a line out. And now we're down by 3. So that is the heart attack perk, which we do have. It is activated. There we go. That is going to be caught for out number 3 in inning number 5. And here's Gene Segura. Still down by 3, top of the 6th, and he's the leadoff. There we go. We saved an error. And here's Mookie Betts. Out number 2. Okay, we are hitting .333 right now. We're down by 1, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and nobody on. Okay, he caught me. I was thinking at least a sinker. There we go. 1-1. There we go. We got a hit. We'll take a single. And here's Dominic McDonough. He's got an 0-1 count. There's 2 outs, so we got to keep going. That's a home run anyway. Good job, Dominic McDonough. 2-run homer. And I think that may be his first hit of the year. I thought he was hitting zeros, so if that's the first hit of the year for him, that's a good way to start the year. Let's get that first home run out of the way immediately. And we are up, so now, yeah, we're up by 1. Runner on second, 2 outs. This should be out number 3. And it is. And we have won. And here's the final game against the Seattle Mariners. And it is 0-0 still, so nobody scored. We're going to take our 2 timeouts. Here we go. Alright, that was up and in. That's Margowski. And we should not have swung at that curve. So here's the 0-2 pitch. And I saw that going up and I still swung. That's completely on me. So here's our second chance against Margowski. And we are up by 4 in the bottom of the 3rd with 1 out, nobody on. And that's a fly ball to left center that's caught for an out. And here's Mookie Betts. We still need 3 home runs in this game. This is the final game to get them. So I don't think it's going to happen. And we did not get a double play. Missed it by just a split second. And here's Jonathan VR. We are up by 6 in the top of the 5th. Nobody out and a runner on first. And nobody out, runners on first and second as the third baseman drops it. But they're going to call it a base hit anyway. We are up by 4. Nobody out, runner on first. And that's a double play. We are 0 for 3 today. We're up by 5. Nobody out. Runner on first. Good hit. We got a single. Runners on first and second with nobody out. And that's a 7-game hitting streak for us. And here is J.P. Crawford. And that's a walk. Bases loaded, nobody out. And we're already up by 5. Miles Harper at the plate. It's an 0-1 count. And that's a double play, so there's 2 outs. We're on third now, and a run did score. And here is Russell Wells. Okay, that's a, yep, that's a 3-0 count. 3-1. And that's going to drop. We're going to score. So it's now 3-10. And we have won. We did not get our challenge of hitting 3 home runs, but that's fine. And one of our coaches, it wouldn't hurt for you to develop a little more pop in your bat. We have a double performance gain for power. And we are going to do some defensive reps. And that will increase our fielding, arm accuracy, and arm strength. And arm accuracy is the only one that actually increases with that. The other 2 increased within that attribute point. And here we are in our first game against the Tampa Bay Rays. And we do have a little bit over a 1/3 rivalry with them. So we should be able to get some strikes up and in. Some guaranteed strikes. And he's running, and oh! Good hit and run, because that got me running. Wow. Okay. Good move. And here's Eric Neely. Runners on the corners with 1 out. And there we go. We're down by 1. Couldn't get there in time. That was just good placement of that hit. And here's Kevin Kiermaier. Still 1 out, runners on first and second. There we go. No! Wow. Come on, just get me out of this. We're down by 5 in the top of the first with 1 out. That's terrible. Okay, there's 2 outs. There we go. And we are at the plate. So, let's drive in a run. Alright, so we call our 2 timeouts. Our rivalry is at over 1/3. So it should be a guaranteed strike up and in. And that is going to be caught by the center fielder for an out. And here is William Yang. We did score a run, and they scored another one. So we're still down by 5. And it would be nice to be able to catch a ball. And here's Eric Neely. Bases loaded, 2 outs. There we go. And he's out. I hit the wrong base, but it still worked. Okay, so let's call the 2 timeouts. We're down by 4. And there's still plenty of time left in the game. So it should be a strike up and in. Alright, that's fine. We still got the power. We still got the run. And yeah, now we're down by 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on first, and we have 2 outs. So it should be another strike up and in. And it's a ground rule double. It's our 4th double of the season. And here is Simmons. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. All he had to do was get on base. And here's Christian Arroyo. We're down by 2. There's 1 out and nobody on. Easy out. Okay, so it's the bottom of the 6th, 1 out, and we're down by 2. This is a new pitcher. And that's a pop-up. Looks like the shortstop's got it for out number 2. And here is Spencer Tumolo. And we're down by 2. This is a high-scoring game. It's 12-10. And that's out number 3. Okay, we're still down by 2. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody on. And the second baseman makes that play. Here we are again. It is 13-13. Nobody out. And a runner on third. And a runner on first. So here's what I'm thinking. Thinking we're gonna bunt. Oh, we just won. Okay. And that is why it is important to know how to bunt. So that was us. We walked it off. And we have won. And here's our second game against Tampa Bay, and we are still playing second. We're just in a shift right now. And that's a good shift. And here's our first at-bat in this game. 2 outs, nobody on. Looks like we're probably hitting third. So they've taken us out of the cleanup spot, which is fine. We should have a pitch up and in here. And that was a foul. So we have an 0-1 count. There we go. 1-1. 2-1. He's thrown nothing but sliders. There we go. 3-1. We're not. Well, we might swing. We're gonna have to look a little bit harder here. There we go. We'll take a walk. And here's J.P. Crawford. He has an 0-1 count. We're going to run here. Okay, there's 2 outs, so just keep on running. That's out number 3. And here's our second appearance. 1 out and a runner on first. Still tied at 0. Thinking either slider or fastball. Either way, it's a fly out to right field. Here's Nolan Arenado. Still tied at 0. Runner on first with 1 out. And the third baseman bobbles it. That's an E5. Okay, let's drive in a run. And there we go. We do have a 1-run lead. There's a runner on second with 2 outs. And a good shoestring catch by the right fielder will end the inning. We have a 3-run lead, top of the 7th, 1 out, and they have a runner on second. Hey, we got it. Good dive. And here is Spencer Tomolo. 2 outs, runners on the corners. And we still have a 2-run lead. And there's out number 3. And we've got 2 outs, nobody on. That's gone. All right. That is our first home run at home this year and our second total home run in this season. That puts us up by 3. Not bad at all. Good form, too. And we have won. And we sat out that last game against Tampa Bay, and we lost 9-0. We went, looks like 4-2 for the episode. For the 2 series, we went 2-1 on each. And we are 7-6 right now. And that 7-6 puts us square ahead of the American League West. We are 3 games behind the Oakland Athletics, and we are a game and a half behind the Houston Astros. And in the next episode, we are going to be taking our next road trip. We're going to be in Arlington, Texas, taking on the Texas Rangers for 3 games, followed by 2 games in Seattle at T-Mobile Field against the Mariners, and then we come back to Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas for 3 games to conclude the road trip. We're going to play those in the next episode. I want to thank everybody for watching. My name is All Stream That. Hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications.